till others join in. Can you see my screen? Can someone just quickly confirm?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So we were looking at uh, the case R, and we have done 1 hour of it, right? About next leap's job board. We have to analyze the job market for data related roles, right? So what we did was first we discussed who is going to be audience, etc. So we defined the scope of our EDA. We saw the data and we checked for missing values. We observed that things like pay, salary, and extra, etc., have a lot of missing values, and so we need to be careful while making inferences out of it. We saw that, and then we started answering the questions. Okay, I'll go through the questions and I'll showcase what we had done in the last session. Okay, analyzing the question shared in step one, which is which company industry attracts the most applicants, years of experience, and job position level analysis. Okay, case two, this is today's. We need to do how do job postings trend over time. We did this a bit. Then start to focus on data science rules. Then salary analysis by years of experience, and then focus on Tableau skills in job postings. Basically, summarize with a dashboard. What are the key insights of the market? Which industries are leading in terms of postings and applicant demand? How does experience affect the demand for job roles? What did you find about demand for Tableau skills, etc.? Right. So broadly, that is what we are supposed to do. I'll go back to the dashboard. I mean, the Tableau book. Okay, what we did was we analyzed the null values. Okay, and then we put um, uh, a visualization for industry versus applicants. We saw bar graph we could do. We could do tree map. We did tree map because we thought that would give a better picture. Okay, so we have the tree map here. Industries. Okay, size of this is basis number of applicants. What you can also do is you can do basis number of job postings also. All right. So this is a visualization that you have. Okay. Next, what we did was experience versus postings. Okay. Um, Basically, uh, internship requires 0 years. Okay. Entry level requires 2 years. Associate level requires 4 years, etc. Okay. This y axis is years of experience. This is how years of experience, right? For each level, how much years of experience. And in label, we put number of postings. Okay. How did we calculate postings? We created a calculated field which would just count distinct job posting ID. We also calculated something called as competition, which is, I'll just quickly maybe showcase these calculated fields. As a quick revision, postings is nothing but count distinct job posting ID. Competition is nothing but total number of applicants, sum of number of applicants divided by total job postings, count distinct job posting ID. Okay. This will give you a ratio of on an average how many applicants are there for a job. Then we created expected salary. Okay. Expected salary, how did we do? We took the average of maximum pay and minimum pay. Okay. Now here job posting ID is sitting as a measure. Yeah, it is not a measure, it's a dimension, right? So you need to correct it. Okay, so that is there. This is one way we showed. We showed color by competition. The other way to show this is we simply put each of the roles, we basically sorted them and we said internship requires 0, entry level 2, associate 4, mid senior 5, director 8, executive 15. So we put that in the label, but you put the size of the bars basis the number of job postings. Okay. So the job postings for mid senior level are high. What you can also do is you can go to this format and say where you want the label, right? For example, you can put it in the bottom. Okay. Font, you can do it bold and maybe increase the font to 16 or whatever, right? And you can do it as a standard so that you just have this. Okay. You can make the alignment to central as well in this way. Okay. So you know how many years is required. Okay. Yeah. We did this. Then we saw trend, right? So today's session, we had to see how's the trend of job posting moving. When we put the date filter, we saw, have we put date filter everywhere? No, we have not put. So what we need to do is we need to go to the date filter and say apply to worksheets all using related data source. Okay. Now we saw that the date is starting from the 1st of Jan and ending at 31st of December. So it is a full quarter, right? So you look at quarter by quarter, how is the uh, job postings trend going on. What you can also do is we put competition in color. You can do uh, what is the color we have used? Let's use the same color. One moment. Here we used higher competition as green color. Okay. Because next clip is looking at this data. Okay. So we go back to this and we use higher competition as green color. Okay. So you know how this is moving. Okay. Yeah. So you know when it is green, when it is red, so on. Now trend, we just didn't want to see how is it moving at overall level, but we also wanted to see is there any seasonality. Okay. So when we check seasonality, okay. If you see here, okay, what does this month, May, or what does July say? What does June say? Sorry. Can someone tell me? Can someone give me an understanding of what does June say? What is the inference you get by looking at June? How did we draw this graph? First of all, right? What
Higher
did we do? We
postings and
put month. Yes,
higher postings and also higher competition during that time.
correct. So what would this mean for next leap? And why June has higher competition and higher postings? Any idea what happens in the real world?
It's right after the appraisal time around April, May. So people tend to quit. So
Yes,
the number
people
of
tend to
openings
quit.
increases and hence the competition also increases.
Yeah, because people are looking to move around, right? So competition and postings both increase. Okay, right answer. Now, so if that happens in June, right? What is a good time for Next Leap team to launch their course or something of that sort?
Maybe around Jan to Feb.
Yeah, maybe the spirit Jan, Feb, March, right? Or maybe Feb, March, April. So that May and June, you're all ready to, go and hit the job market and get the job. Yeah. So this is one. This is posting monthly. I'll just duplicate this and I'll do weekly. Let's see if there is any significance at a weekly level. Instead of month, I go and say weekday. Okay. I make see almost it's same. Okay. If I go ahead and edit the axis and say don't include 0, you might look at this graph being very, very stark. Okay. So the postings are not differing that much, only the color is differing, right? So you can see uh, it's green here on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, so on, right? Okay. But what will Next Leap do? They can, if they are giving full on career service, right, in terms of applying, helping you apply, etc., then you can see weekly. Otherwise, no use. Okay. Yeah. So almost it's flat, so not much of usefulness over there. So what it's essentially saying is, hey, your number of postings is not going to significantly change on a weekday to a weekend. Okay. Next part of the question, what is the question? They are saying start to focus on data science related roles. Okay. Before that, let's create a KPI sheet, right? What are the key KPIs over here? Key KPIs is number of postings, number of applicants, competition, expected salary. You can say uh, median years of experience. Okay. And then you can go here, click on the table and showcase like this. This is one way to showcase. Okay. Or in your KPI, you can do multiple rows. For example, what you can do is you can just simply put your position level in rows. Okay. And you can just sort it by years of experience required. Okay. And you can just filter and remove X because only one job posting is there. Just fit it entire view. Okay. And what you can do is you can put this. Maybe what you can do is you can put postings in color if you want. Okay. Instead of light blue to blue, you can just go red to green. Okay. And if it's difficult to read, probably it's not that easy. Let's leave it at that. Salary is a lot of digits. So, okay, this is not sum of expected salary, right? It's not sum. Either you calculate average or median. Yeah, if you believe there are outliers, calculate median. What you do is go ahead, do formatting. Okay, custom, maybe million. Yeah, one decimal. Okay. Yes. Sorry, is someone saying something? Okay. So let's say you have KPIs sheet here. Okay. Now, what are they saying? They are saying they're asking you to focus on data science roles, right? So let us go to job title and put that in filter. Okay. Select all, apply. Okay. Show filter. What you can do here is multiple values, custom list. Okay. So data scientist. Okay. And then what other roles are there? Business analyst, data analyst. Let's say analyst, business analyst, data analyst, anything else? Data engineer, machine learning engineer, data science manager. Data engineer, machine learning engineer. Oh, sorry. Data science manager. 6 roles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So they are saying focus these roles while you're doing analysis. Okay. So you filter and basically do all analysis on these roles. Okay. Yeah. And the next thing is next two questions are salary analysis by years of experience and focus on Tableau skills in job postings. Okay. They're saying how will you analyze salary data given it is a present as maximum minimum pay? We have seen, we have calculated expected salary. Okay. How will you visualize average salary? Okay. So we'll look at salary by years of experience. And then they are saying focus on Tableau skills in job postings. How many job postings specifically mention Tableau skills and how many applicants apply to these job postings? What percentage of job postings mention Tableau as a required skill in top 3 skills? Okay. So while before we answer that, what we'll do is we'll try to build the skeleton of the dashboard. Okay. Here we go and we say automatic. Okay. We first put the we go floating. We first put the KPIs here. Okay. We put this somewhere here to the right. See, we can also do all the changes here. For example, I can go ahead and format here. Right. So all those things can be done. If I want to change any of these names, I can just right click and say edit alias. I can just say uh, experience. Okay, just like this. Okay. If I want to do anything formatting for here, I can also do. Here I can go and click and say, okay, measure values, for example. And if I want to do alignment and do a center alignment of everything, I can do it. Okay. So all those things you can change here. Okay, let's say we do the KPIs thing over here. Okay, industry versus job postings. Let's say we do it at the bottom. Okay, now if you see here, this is not fit entirely, so go to entire view. Okay, then we can do postings trend. Maybe just do it till here. Just put borders and background colors. Yeah. Here as well. These are filters. Usually filters are mostly kind of great representation in most of the organizations. Okay, so you have this over here. I think you also have location level data, right? You have job location. What do you change here first? Anyone? What do you do here? What do you look for first?
The data type to location.
Yes, the data type, right? But let's check what these values are. These are again cities, right? Full of them. Let's make city. Let's just drop it over here. There are 4 unknown locations. Look at what those are. Okay, for example, I'll do one. Bhuvaneshwar. Okay. For some reason, it was not, maybe for this a particular reason, it was not able to guess it correctly. Okay. So in that sense, you can go ahead and make these changes. You can put postings based on size based on postings. Okay. Enlarge. Yes. You can put color based on competition. Okay. Edit color. Red to green. Apply. Okay. And what else do you want to put? I think that should be broadly fine. Okay. If you wanted to do multiple graphs of multiple, what do you say, position level, right? You can also put it this way and see. Okay. Or you can also put it this way, but this would only work if there were lesser amount of columns. Okay. But anyways, you can also use this as a filter. Right? So you can go to background layers, change it to street view, or maybe you can still go and select the light one. Okay. Yeah. This is your map view. Okay. The other questions, right? The 2 remaining questions, salary analysis by years of experience. Okay. Do you want to take a couple of minutes or maybe 5 minutes and try how to do it? I'll just put the question here on the chat as well so that I want you to try. I'll anyway showcase. Yes, two. Salary analysis by years of experience and Tableau skills in job postings. Okay. Take a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. Please try. Yes. Anyone? Anyone? Any doubts? Anyone who got it? No? I hope you folks are understanding. See, if you're not with your system, etc., I can understand that. But if you're not understanding anything, if you want me to repeat something again, more than happy to do it. Folks, I hope I'm audible at least. Can someone quickly confirm? Either in chat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Any topic you want me to repeat again? More than happy to do. Any of these questions, any of these graphs, any of y'all? You can keep putting it in the chat as well if you have any doubts. Okay. So the next part is salary analysis by years of experience. Okay, we discussed that we have expected salary. Okay, How are we going to calculate years of experience? Okay, let us put here. When we directly put, it will show sum of this thing. So we'll say we want, we'll say we want it as a dimension. Okay, years of experience and expected salary, not sum, but median. Okay, and what all ways are there? Hold on. And discrete both. Okay, so we can put here this here and this here. So we have a broad range, right? We have a broad range each year. How much is the salary? Okay, either we can do this, or better we leave this out. Okay, we try to build a histogram. Okay, with bins on years of experience. Okay, and put, instead of count of years of experience, we put median expected salary. Okay, and in terms of bins, we go edit and say probably every 2 years. Calculate for every 2 years. Okay, yeah, this is not count of expected salary, my bad, median. Okay, and what you also do is you count the number of postings. Okay, if the postings are not there, okay, for example, postings here are 8, right? Only 8 postings. Okay, maybe can analyze. Okay, still you can see how the competition is. So chat, why are we using median and not average? Can you repeat the reason? Okay, Gaurav, Gaurav, right? If I'm not wrong, Gaurav, there are a lot of missing values. Okay, yeah, I think if I'm not wrong, 60% or 50% or something are the missing values which we checked. Okay, now with the limited values, okay, when we do it, we don't know whether we have outliers. Yes, if outliers are there, they will not give a true picture of average salary. Yeah, so better to take it median. Yeah, median will represent. So basically, what are we trying to do here? In this population, we are seeing what is the expected salary going to be, right? So taking it as a median would definitely be, what do you say, good option. Yeah. Now competition, we go here, say red to green. Okay. So, 4 years, 6 years, this is where the competition is. 4 to 8 years is high, right? So mid sort of career level. Okay. This is how the competition is progressing. Okay, so there are two questions. One from Archana. I have a question. Can we visualize the KPI in a different presentation or any other way? Which chart type to choose here? Okay, from Vaishali. So Vaishali, what I choose here is I use histogram. Okay, so the way I did is for histogram, you just need one measure, right? So I just put years of experience here, choose a histogram. Then I kept doing the rest. Okay. Uh, yeah. Histogram. Okay. To Archana's question, can we visualize the KPI a bit different presentation? What exactly? How exactly? I didn't completely get your question. You want to color something? You can color. Uh, you can maybe color, or you can maybe remove job postings as a whole, etc. Yeah, but always make it simplified, easy to look at. So if you go to our dashboard, right, maybe you can do a bit more formatting and put these in thousands, or maybe you can do a percentage of total and see where the postings are high, where the postings are low. Maybe you can do that. Competition, maybe you can color basis competition, maybe basis salary, experience. So yeah. So this is years of experience and salary comparison. Yes. The next one is Tableau, right? So the question is, how many job postings specifically mention Tableau skills and how many applicants apply to these job postings? Okay. So how do? You have job skills. You just put that in filter. Use wildcard. Okay. So basically you have to calculate job postings. Okay. Here, let's say Tableau. Sorry. You get the total job postings of Tableau, right? Yes. Now, what you can also do is, what is the other ask? And how many applicants, right? So let's put the number of applicants as well. Okay. This is the number of job postings and number of applicants. Okay, maybe you can try and put it as a pie. Okay. Now, what you can do is, these are the total number of postings, these are the total number of applicants. What you can do is, what is the question? The rest of the question is, what percentage of the job postings mention Tableau as a required skill in top 3 skills listed? Okay. So how do you do this? Any thoughts? How do you calculate top 3 skills where Tableau is mentioned? Yes, any idea how to calculate top 3? If Tableau is mentioned only in top 3, this could be anywhere, right? Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth skill also. What function do you use in calculated field? Sort? Maybe not sort. Sort is to basically sort ascending, descending, top to bottom, etc. How is skill stored as A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D, comma, E, comma, F, comma, G, so on. Right. So each job has multiple skills required. They are asking how to check if Tableau is there only in the top 3 skills. Okay, simple question. If I ask you how to know if Tableau is there in the topmost skill, distinct, no, topmost means first skill. First skill listed is Tableau. How do you know that? How do you check the first skill of every job? What function do you use? We have used in our normal class. We did it yesterday only. Rank, no. See, each, for example, let me just showcase few. This is how the job skills are listed. Okay. Yes, Harsh is right. Maybe delimit and formulate it to find the tableau in first cell. Correct. What is the function? How do you delimit? Split function, right? We have done this. Yes. Use the split function. Yeah. Get the first token for topmost skill. Yes. If you want top three skills, if you want top three skills, what you have to do is go here, right? You can go create, not create, transform, split. Okay. Or just do a custom split. So it gives you a formula type, comma, and split of how many? Because top three they are asking, right? Split of three columns. Use the separator comma and split first three columns. You get it like this. Use all three and create a calculated field. Okay. Call this tableau top three. Okay. So what you do is if this is equal to tableau, then say yes. Else again copy the same thing. Okay. Here it's split 1, split 2, split 3. Okay. Else you mention no and. Okay. Yes. So you created a flag. Yes. Not in the angle. Sorry. You can go and do separate columns. And you can put number of postings in the size as well. Okay. Yes. Out of this is the total number of, what do you say, uh, postings of Tableau top 3. All right. What you can also do is you can do quick table calculation, percent of total. Yeah. And you can go to format. Yeah. Similarly, you can do the same here. Percentage. Yes. You can also put competition in color. Right. If you see here, do you need to put competition in color? Ideally, no. Why? Because the competition is at a similar range. Yes, competition is at a similar range. So you don't need to put competition. Okay. So what you need to do is now go back to your dashboard, add the rest of the things. Okay. Add map. Tableau top 3. Put this also as a filter. Else is there? Experience versus salary is also there. postings trend. Okay, there are a lot of things here. So you need to decide what you're going to focus your visualization on. Experiences versus salary, postings trend, experience versus posting. So maybe what you can do is you can put more focus on this, maybe less focus on maps. Okay, just have maps in some place. Experience versus postings and experience versus salary. Maybe put map, reduce this and put it somewhere at the bottom side here. Quickly, let's complete the layout. This one just fit entire view. You can change the alias here. Okay. And just say postings. Applicants. Yeah, you can put this due to paucity of time. I'm not going to uh, do the title formatting. Okay. You have these all here. Okay. So for example, now, is this all filtered to Tableau skills? Not. So you have to go here and say apply to all using related data source. This one, I don't think this one is also utilized. Okay, so you have filtered for these roles for Tableau skills. You know how many postings are there at different level, how many postings are there at city level. Let us say you want to be there in south of India, right? For some reason. Okay. Let us say next leap is concentrated mainly in the south of India, right? So you can go and select. You have not yet set this as filter. Set it as a filter and see how different regions are performing. Number one. Okay. Or you decide that moment. You decide that there are certain years of experience which you will focus on, right? Maybe up to 0 to 6 years. Okay. Then use this as a filter. So 0 to 6 years, okay, where all can I focus? Right? What all roles are there? Entry, associate level, etc. Okay. So mid senior level would be slightly difficult. So you say for these 2 years, let's say, is what you select. Again, use this as a filter. Okay. And see, all the locations have higher competition. The competition, sorry, have lower competition, right? The highest one is Indore, which is okay, right? So this red green is basically dependent on how you are ranging the competition. Okay. If you want to just go and select this, you can also do this. Okay. Where Tableau is listed in top three. Yeah. So you can go and select that. So whatever different things that you want to select, you can go ahead and select. Okay. Let's say I want to only see Tableau and Tableau as a top three. Right. And I only want to see entry, this, and this row. Okay. Yeah. So I can see, okay, what all industries have high competition, low competition, etc. Yeah. So on and so forth. I can basically make the whole analysis. Yes. So make this interactive, and basically Nextleap can look at this data and see where the competition is high, what should I launch, where should I launch, what all skill set should I target, should I target Tableau, should I target SQL, what should I do, etc. Right? Yeah. Let's say if I had to target, let's say if I had to target SQL, right? I can see how SQL jobs are trending, etc. Right? So all these analysis will be made by the team, and suitable decision will be taken on on what kind of rules to target, whom to target, what kind of courses to do, etc. Okay. What levels to target? Is it entry level, etc., etc. Obviously, some of these data science managers are all higher level roles, and you need more number of job postings, right, to make a meaningful analysis. But this is how you approach. Okay, folks. I'll also quickly save this, put it on the chat. Also launched a poll. Please answer that. Hope you benefited from this one. But this is the case R1. Okay. I think Akanksha has set the call on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. That's what. That's where we'll be discussing milestone session, right? So you have the rest of the day today, full day tomorrow, and almost the first half, almost a full day of Tuesday. So I would urge you to look at it, practice, at least understand what the data is talking about. Go through your GPT, net, internet, your Claude, whatever, and see how these metrics are measured, whatever is given in your milestone. You try to have a basic understanding of it, right? So the milestone is about Swiggy is a what do you say is the name used, but of a food delivery platforms, marketing data. Okay, marketing data. So how does marketing happen? What is the session? What is conversion? What is bounce? etc. So you just go through it and at least have that basic understanding. Okay, it'll be really good if you practice and come, but it's okay. At least have the basic understanding. That would be helpful. Okay, so yeah, day after we discuss that.
That session only on milestone, right? Tuesday?
Yes, yes, only on milestone.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Um, Also, Varun, I want to learn the Tableau coding like we do for calculative fields. So could you
Hmm.
suggest some sources to learn it?
uh, you're saying for calculate field.
Yeah, we do some calculations or coding for
Huh.
different things.
See,
So
my urge would be that um, don't just try to learn all the different codings. Okay, my suggestion
mm,
would be you you have a problem statement in your mind and you keep trying to solve it, right?
yeah,
uh, Anywhere you feel that you have a need of that code, right? um, you there are a lot of sources here of different formulas, etc. On the internet itself, if you type, you will get all of that, right? For example, I'll just put formula, one of the make point buffer, right? There's this there's this formula of make point buffer where you can, for any location, right? Let's say you have a pinpointed lat and long location, okay, where you want to draw a 3 kilometer radius circle around that location. Let us say the location is um, let us say the location is what do you say, some particular station, right? The other station, something in Mumbai, just giving a random example. You can draw 3 kilometer circle, 2 kilometer circle, 5 kilometer circle, etc. Okay, so as soon as you get the need, I would say just Google it, um, and you'll quickly get it. And when you just start to type on the calculated field section, you'll also get the formula and what it's supposed to do. I would say experiment it that way,
yeah,
and yeah, that should help. Do not, my suggestion is always have first principle thinking. Be clear about what you're trying to do, why you're trying to do, and then only try to explore the functionality. Otherwise, you will get stuck in learning new things, which will be
yeah,
like, wow, wow, but what's the real world
unnecessary things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do not complicate it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Varun.
Yes. Harsh?
And I just have one question regarding the milestone side.
Hmm.
Actually, I've worked on Power BI, and I have heard like I know that Power BI and Tableau is almost same. It's just
Hmm.
new in the old version of making dashboards and visualization tools. So I was asking, like, is it okay if I make like dashboard in Power BI, or is it compulsory to work on Tableau? Uh,
So I think this this particular milestone, right? In terms of your submission, you'll have to check with Akanksha, but I think they require the Tableau version one. Okay. The
They
reason,
required Tableau link.
yes, Tableau link.
Mhm.
The reason why Tableau has been selected, because it is uh, it's free of cost, right? Compared to a Power BI, and it's open, right? Open to everyone. So uh, it's great for learning. Yeah, and yeah, I know that a lot of organizations are moving to Power BI, but the core basics remain uh, largely the same. Yeah, but
yeah,
you'll have to do through Tableau. But just check once with Akanksha. But I'm quite certain they expect you to do with Tableau.
yeah, no problem. No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Varun, I just have a
Yes.
simple question. Like, uh, usually we have like there are two kinds of data, raw data we receive. One
Mhm.
that has usually some kind of IDs present with it,
Mhm.
or there is uh, like right now
No
we
ID.
are at
It's some aggregated level,
yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Maybe you're talking about the milestone project itself. Yes, you will have sometimes you'll have data at a aggregated level. Okay. It is very, very important. Very good question, Gaurav. It is very, very important for you to first understand at what level uh, of data do you have in your table, right? For example, here, maybe let us assume that postings was not there, posting ID was not there. Okay. Rest everything was there on this date, from this city, from this particular job role. So many postings were there and so many applicants were there, right? You can have it. So you need to understand dimensions and measures very clearly in the data, right? So if there is ID, then you know the data will be at that ID level, correct? If there is no ID, you need to check all dimensions and know that the data will be at dimension 1 cross dimension 2 cross dimension 3 level. Yeah. For example, it will be okay for this city, for new user, for um, Android as a operating system. These are the values, right? So that is how it is going to be. So either it's at ID level or it's at a D1 cross D2 cross D3 level, dimension level.
right. Why my question was like sometimes we have to find like in the Swiggy one, how would I identify unique sessions? Are there unique sessions or not of the user there?
Correct, correct. So if you wanted to see unique sessions, you need to have session ID, right? There's no session ID given in the table.
Correct.
Yes. What you have is number of sessions. Okay. It's an aggregated level. If I draw parallel to today's data set which we solved, it is like position job posting ID, right? Job posting ID is there here. Okay.
Mm,
Yeah. Then you get unique job posting. Yes.
right.
But if job posting was not there, what would you have? You would have aggregated postings, number of postings, right? So
Right.
similarly, in that milestone data, you don't have a session ID. You have total sessions. So for example, for a new user who's coming through Android, who's coming through this landing page, who's coming through this campaign, on this date, total number of sessions is 5 in that way. So that is how you read the data. There's no unique session data over there.
Correct. Correct. So when they say there are so maybe we'll be discussing that, but I'm just asking here. So when they say there are, let's say we come up to 5 sessions, saw that there are 5 sessions, and
Mm,
fir- firstly there was a new user we identified, and
mm,
for that particular record we have
mm,
5 sessions.
mm.
So there would be multiple other entries where this, instead of new user, it would be
Repeat user,
repeat
correct.
user, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
So,
I'm
so what the data is saying is, in simple words, uh, on this day, Android user, new users who came through Android and who came through holiday discounts as a campaign, we had 5 sessions from new users. Okay. Repeat users who came through iOS and came through Spring Sale as a campaign, we had 10 sessions from them. That is how you read the data.
right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Very good question. Very important question. You need to understand the data properly before you open it on Tableau. I know it is very tempting to, chalo, let's load the data onto Tableau. But first, please understand it in depth. Spend more time over there. It is like a foundation, yeah. If you try to build a house, you need to ensure that the foundation is the boring job, no? Like you can't see walls, you can't see interiors. All the whole the interesting part of house building comes at the end, right? Um, yeah, something similar with Tableau, right? Foundation, right? Understanding the data clearly is the basic foundation of your dashboard building exercise. So very important to understand that clearly. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Cool, folks. If there's nothing else,